Okay then guys, so welcome back to another video. Now then, in this video I want to install everything else that is missing from the car, which includes all of the trims from the engine bay. So you have the trims that hold the cabin filters, there's one on either side, and there's various engine covers, the acoustic cover, and obviously there is the entire front end, which includes the crash bar. This isn't actually secured in place, that needs bolting up, and then obviously the front bumper with the fog light surrounds and everything, that all needs to go back on as well. And then there is also all of the under trays. But for starters, I'm just going to get the entire engine bay complete. So here is all of the pieces of trim that we are missing, including the strut brace as well. And we'll actually start on the strut brace as well, so it's just the 4 T45 bolts. And now we'll put these trays in that hold the cabin filters. Okay then, so now that the strut brace, the trays and the cabin filters are back in and secured, the 2 sensors are plugged back in, just got to fit this sound deadening to the back of the engine. Make sure that just sits down the back. Probably should have done this before I installed all that, but there you go, shouldn't make too much difference. And then the engine cover can go on. And then the final engine bay trim is just this one at the front here. So on that. Okay, it's just 2 T30 bolts. These ones here. There we go, that's it. And that is the front crash bar now tightened and secured. Now I have actually put Loctite on all 4 bolts because they had it on originally, so I guess it's only good practice to put it on again. Next thing to go on is there's like a foam piece which kind of holds the wiring loom. It holds that to it. So that is like a foam piece that goes on there, and obviously it's the front bumper. But I think what I'm going to do first is actually clean behind here, you know, clean all these leaves out and whatever else, because it's very hard to do so when the front bumper is in place. Obviously you only have small little grills, so I think I'm going to use this opportunity to give this a good nice clean. Okay then, so I think the easiest way to clean all of these cobwebs and leaves out of here is just to sweep them out with a brush and then hoover them up, and then obviously I can get in with some water, some degreaser, and then maybe even the pressure washer as well. But first you need to get rid of all these leaves. Pretty sure these have probably been in there for, you know, years or so, because like I said, there's like a thin gap behind the slam panel and the intercooler, where like there's a whole bunch of leaves that just build up and you just can't get in there with the pressure washer. So I just want to get most of that out today if I can. Okay then, so that is about as clean as we're going to get with the brush and the vacuum cleaner. Now I'm just going to spray some degreaser all over it, let it sit, and then pressure wash it off. Okay then, so that is this space nice and clean. We can now proceed with installing the foam protection on the front of the crash bar. Then we can fix the wiring loom to it, and then obviously we can go ahead and refit the bumper as well. Go, that's that. And now it's time to install the front bumper, which isn't going to be easy because I'm on my own and there's a lot of different things going on. So first of all, I need to make sure that everything is connected up. So there is one of these connectors either side for the fog lights, then there's this connector that goes to the parking distance control sensors, and then there is these ducts inside, not quacking ducts but air ducts that goes to the brakes, which cools the brakes. You know, goes in the front of the bumper and it diverts the air to the brakes. So I need to make sure they slot into the correct slots, and then it's just a case of lifting it up, making sure that I don't rub the wings or the headlights or anything. Just get a couple of bolts in, then I can readjust the bumper, you know, if and when I need to. So yeah, quite a lot of things going on, but let's get all these connectors connected up first, and then we'll try and lift it into position. And it's as if by magic the bumper is now installed. Now, I didn't bother filming every single little step because I already have a full video explaining how to remove the front bumper, and as you can see it's getting very dark now, so you won't be able to see anyway. Basically there is two 8mm bolts and one 10mm bolts behind the wheel arch liner on both sides. Then obviously there is the 5 bolts along the top underneath this weather stripping, and then there's just 2 bolts underneath here, so one there and then one there, and they are T20 bolts. And now it is time to reinstall all of the under trays that sit on the bottom of the car. So there is 2 long ones, there is this one in the middle of the car, there is one at the very front, the under tray for the engine bay, then there is this sump guard that I need to reinstall as well, which is just held in by 5 bolts. And I'm not going to bother recording reinstalling these because I don't know if you have noticed, but it is very, very dark outside. It's actually raining, and now I've already recorded a video of me removing these. Okay, so without further ado, let's get these on the car and I will check in with you when I'm done. And just like that, the car is done. All of the 4 under trays plus the sump guard is now installed. And that's everything we've taken off the car has now been reinstalled.